Yeah, so just want to share a bit about the tools that I use to manage my workflow, to manage my projects. Because, yeah, on the journey to learning about project management, there's a lot of different softwares, a lot of different applications that we learn about. It's just that when they're all new concepts, it's hard to keep track of them and to follow up with them, especially if it's not something that you're used to. And then, yeah, a lot of the platforms actually require internet. So the one application that I use is spreadsheets because, yeah, spreadsheets just allows me to keep track of finances. It allows me to keep track of just administrative stuff, you know, and yeah, a lot of the methodologies from the online applications and softwares, I'm able to use those same, setups and frameworks on the spreadsheets. So yeah, I use Google Sheets because it's all on the cloud, and yeah, a lot of this stuff can be used online, but I can also work on them offline without necessarily being connected to the internet. And then when I am connected, then they'll automatically update. So yeah, Google Sheets for me, just as of late, I've realized that I'm able to do all of what I've been doing on these different apps, but just the fact that I'm comfortable with that software makes it more dependable, and I'm able to keep on following up with it and engaging with it. So that is the number one work management tool that I use on my day to day. So of course I post a lot of these videos on YouTube, so I could say that the one tool that I use in terms of marketing is YouTube, mainly because it allows me to post longer form content, and I'm able to share it with a broader audience, and not just the audience that's just on social media concerned with what the hype is. YouTube is more, I guess, neutral in that sense. But that is for marketing, and I guess for content creation. So it still falls under is managing that aspect of the project. So yeah, those two applications, Google Sheets and YouTube, are my number one and two go-tos for anything that has to do with project management. Yeah, it's easy to, number one, make new documents and update them, and then also to share them with my audience. I definitely think that it is important to learn about the different softwares, and just to get a full picture of what it is that they offer, so you can tailor it to see how it suits your lifestyle needs. But definitely at the same time, it's important to just be able to have one central software that you can use to just stay on top of everything, just to really concentrate the energy. So yeah, I do have a couple of Google Sheet templates that I've referenced on previous videos. When it comes to budgeting, it's the natural choice just to keep track of numbers because they have formulas and stuff to just quickly do calculations. But what I didn't necessarily lean on, that I'm leaning on a lot more now, is just the admin side of it, just to keep track of my schedule, keep track of my to-do list. So with the kanbans, I'm able to write what tasks that I want to do and then organize them in columns of like, okay, tasks that I need to do, and from there make another column of the tasks that I'm going to do this week. Next column, the tasks that I'm going to do today. Next column, the tasks that I'm going to do tomorrow. Next column, the work in progress tasks that I'm currently, engaging with, that are open tasks. And then, I have the tasks that I've completed. So it is just so relieving to have software that is reliable, that is user friendly as well, because it doesn't have a lot of points in terms of like the design layout, because it's literally just blocks, numbers, and words. So one thing I can say is, the other platforms might be a bit more aesthetic, but just in terms of like raw data, which is what it's about when it comes to projects and just keeping track, to also establish what the motives are. It's the only one. I think it's unmatched, and it's very easy to get caught up in making things very aesthetic. I'm a person that is like very high in my design capacity, and I want things to just look chic, but you also just have to get straight to it. So you can sort of make things different colors that I will then probably after saying this, look back at it and just see how I can make it a bit more visually appealing, especially when sharing these files with other people. That brings me to, I guess, another plus when it comes to the Google Sheets, spreadsheets in general, is that I'm able to collaborate more effectively because I can invite people to look at the documents that I've made. And they don't necessarily have to be using Google Sheets to look at them. They could be using Excel and still open them and look at it from there, or whatever, um, whether it could be Apple's numbers software, you know. So it's easy for them to look at it from different applications, whereas other more specifically designed for project management, such as the main workflow tools on the market, they trying to encourage people to use and download their softwares and create accounts, and a lot of their pricing and stuff might be a bit disconcerting for people that are just starting on their journey, and for people that are well into their journey and just have decided that this isn't the kind of software that they might want to use. So it would be harder to share, and sharing is like one of the main spheres when it comes to project management, because you're going to be engaging with different people throughout the journey. So it's important to give them references that they can easily access and easily just understand. So that that is my number one tool that is for me. So I encourage you all to just find what application, software, service you may find brings you a lot of practicality and that you're able to just stick to. So yeah, let's let's streamline it and just get more done with as little steps as possible, so we can focus on having a proper product project, and reducing the administrative side of things. I think it's like, yeah, you want to focus more on the process and how to optimize it. So that's what I'm doing. That's the jewels that I'm sharing with the community. And yeah, I'd really be interested to know what tools you all are using. So yeah, definitely let's connect and let's share tools that are going to make our lives a lot simpler, and tools that are going to help us optimize and really just magnify what we've already got going on. Because we've all got great ideas, we're all sitting on the most magnificent projects. It's just how to translate it and convey it to yourself, number one, because keeping track with yourself, I think, is where it starts. And yeah, just being able to log certain things so you can remind yourself. And then the second part comes with sharing other people's opinions and just making a discussion around it, so people can be like, I see you doing this, maybe I can help you with it, or have you looked at it like that. It's important to have a document you can reference that can speak for itself in that way. Yeah, so let's do it.